the eccentric geocentrist, scribe grok patience, camp, accession, advanced celestial mechanics, above the flat earth, part, foundational understanding, establishing core concepts. These questions ensure a solid grasp of the lecture's foundational concepts, focusing on the toroidal field's role in celestial mechanics. Q. How does the mid-level toroidal field create stable ethereal imprints for constellations, as described in pages? A. The mid-level toroidal field, a donut-shaped electromagnetic structure, channels energy currents that form stable ethereal imprints. Its Gaussian curvature creates localized energy nodes where the field's intensity peaks, anchoring the positions of stars within constellations. The steady flow of these currents ensures the imprints remain fixed, producing a plasma-like luminescence that makes constellations visible as enduring patterns above the flat Earth. Q. What causes the Moon's phase changes according to pages? And how does the toroidal field facilitate this process? A. Moon phases result from altitude variations in the mid-level toroidal field where the Moon's plasma focus rises and falls. At higher altitudes, the field's energy concentrates, projecting a full moon with maximum plasma intensity. At lower altitudes, the energy disperses, creating a new moon with minimal visibility. The field's rhythmic electrical currents drive these altitude shifts, with the Gaussian curvature ensuring a smooth, cyclical transition. Q. How is daylight generated as a plasma effect in the ionosphere, as explained on page? A. Daylight is a plasma emission generated by the primary toroidal field's interaction with the ionosphere at Km above the flat Earth. The field's currents excite the ethereal medium in the ionosphere, creating a plasma that emits a soft, diffuse light. The field's Gaussian curvature ensures uniform energy distribution, while daily oscillations in the currents modulate the plasma's intensity, producing the light-dark cycle. Q. What role does the second toroidal field play in projecting the Moon and Sun, as introduced on page? A. The second toroidal field, part of the seven ceilings hierarchy, projects the Moon and Sun as ethereal plasma imprints. Its electromagnetic currents excite the ethereal medium, creating plasma foci that manifest as the Moon and Sun. The field's energy flow modulates their intensity, driving the Moon's phase cycles and contributing to the ionospheric daylight effect through the Sun's imprint. Part. Analytical exploration, deepening understanding through analysis. These questions encourage analysis of the toroidal field's mechanics and their impact on celestial phenomena. Q. How does the Gaussian curvature of the mid-level toroidal field influence the brightness of constellations? And what does Page's visual reveal about their stability? A. The Gaussian curvature creates energy nodes with varying densities, where higher density nodes produce brighter stars due to stronger plasma luminescence. Lower density nodes result in fainter stars. Page's visual shows constellations remaining consistent across moon phases, new moon, full moon, etc., confirming their stability as ethereal imprints. As the field's steady currents maintain these nodes' positions regardless of the moon's dynamic shifts. Q, using Page's diagrams, how do altitude variations in the toroidal field affect the Moon's plasma focus, and what mathematical model can describe this energy distribution? A. Page shows the moon at a higher altitude for a full moon with a wider illumination cone and a lower altitude for a new moon with a narrower cone. This reflects the toroidal field's energy concentration. Higher altitudes align with peak energy density, enhancing the plasma focus, while lower altitudes disperse it. The energy distribution can be modelled as I, E, sigma I, where 3 is the peak intensity, H is the altitude of maximum energy, and sigma is the field spread predicting the moon's brightness at different altitudes. Q. How does the ionosphere's interaction with the primary toroidal field Page compare to its role in the moon's plasma phenomenon Page? And what unifies these processes? A. The ionosphere interacts with the primary toroidal field to generate daylight plasma, with currents exciting particles into a glowing state. Page describes the ionosphere amplifying the moon's plasma through photochemical reactions, focusing energy into a concentrated glow. Both processes are unified by the toroidal field's currents, which create a standing wave in the ionosphere, with nodes focusing the moon's plasma and broader regions sustaining daylight, reflecting a cohesive electromagnetic mechanism. Q. How does the energy cascade from the primary to the second toroidal field Page enhance the moon and sun's plasma imprints? And what does this suggest about the cosmic hierarchy? A. The energy cascade amplifies the primary field's energy density in the second toroidal field, modelled as K C dot rho K C dot rho, where KGT. This amplification enhances the plasma foci of the moon and sun, making them more luminous than lower-level imprints. It suggests a hierarchical energy flow in the 7 ceilings, where each layer builds on the one below, creating a structured electromagnetic system that sustains the cosmos' visible phenomena. Part reflective synthesis, connecting concepts to broader implications. These questions prompt reflection on the interconnectedness of celestial mechanics and their broader significance. How does the stability of constellations Pages contrast with the dynamic nature of moon phases Pages? And what does this reveal about the mid-level toroidal field's versatility? A. Constellations remain stable due to the mid-level toroidal field's steady currents, which maintain fixed energy nodes, while moon phases are dynamic, driven by the same field's rhythmic altitude variations. This contrast reveals the field's versatility. Its Gaussian curvature can sustain static imprints, constellations, while its oscillating currents enable dynamic shifts. Moon phases, showcasing a balance of stability and adaptability in the cosmic energy system. What does the moon's semi-transparency Page reveal about the ethereal medium's interaction with a toroidal field during phase transitions? A. The moon's semi-transparency during phase transitions, e.g. half to full moon, indicates that the ethereal medium's density fluctuates with the toroidal field's altitude variations. At lower altitudes, the plasma thins, allowing background ethereal energy to seep through, creating transparency. This interaction highlights the ethereal medium's fluidity, acting as a dynamic canvas for the field's energy to project varying plasma states, reflecting the cosmos's ethereal nature. Q. How do the unified plasma dynamics of daylight and the moon, Pages, reflect the toroidal field's role in creating a cohesive celestial experience on the flat Earth? A. The toroidal field's currents create a standing wave in the ionosphere, with nodes focusing the moon's plasma and broader regions sustaining daylight. This unified mechanism ensures that both phenomena, daylight's diffuse glow and the moon's focused light, operate within the same electromagnetic framework, providing a cohesive celestial experience where light cycles are harmonized, enhancing the flat Earth's rhythmic connection to the cosmos. Q. How might the second toroidal field's placement of the Moon and Sun page influence cultural or spiritual practices on the flat Earth, considering their plasma nature? A. The second toroidal field's projection of the Moon and Sun as plasma imprints, with rhythmic cycles, could inspire cultural practices like lunar festivals or solar rituals tied to their energy fluctuations. Their plasma nature might be seen as ethereal manifestations of cosmic energy, leading to spiritual practices that harness the toroidal field's vibrations for meditation or energy alignment, reflecting a deep connection to the cosmos' electromagnetic harmony. Part hypothetical exploration, proposing new ideas and applications. These questions encourage hypothesizing about the toroidal field's potential applications and unexplored dynamics. Q. How might the frequency resonance of the mid-level toroidal field pages be used to predict constellation visibility during specific moon phases, and what experiment could test this? A. The field's frequency resonance may create harmonics that enhance certain constellations' visibility during moon phases. For example, a full moon's high-energy state might amplify harmonics, making brighter constellations more visible. An experiment could involve simulating the field's currents with a wave generator, adjusting frequencies to match lunar cycles, and measuring the resulting plasma intensity at constellation nodes to predict visibility patterns. What would happen to moon phases if the toroidal field's oscillation frequency pages were altered, and how could this be modelled mathematically? A. Altering the frequency would change the lunar cycle's periodicity. A higher frequency would shorten the cycle, accelerating phase transitions, while a lower frequency would lengthen it. This can be modelled as T at F, where T is the cycle period and F is the frequency. If the current F, HF approx, times text has approx, times text as, doubling F would reduce T2. Days, impacting the moon's plasma focus rhythm and phase visibility. Q. How could the ionosphere's ethereal conductivity pages be harnessed to manipulate daylight plasma for practical applications on the flat Earth? A. The ionosphere's conductivity could be used to amplify daylight plasma for illumination, by modulating the toroidal field's currents with a device that adjusts frequency or amplitude. The plasma's intensity could be increased, creating brighter daylight for agriculture or energy generation. A conductive array on the flat Earth could channel the field's energy, focusing it into the ionosphere to enhance the plasma glow, a potential technology for sustainable light. Q. What might the ethereal wave interference patterns in the ionosphere from group simulation reveal about predicting celestial events, and how could this be applied? A. Interference patterns could predict events like lunar brightness peaks by identifying wave nodes where energy concentrates. If a node aligns with the moon's plasma focus, it might enhance visibility, signalling a supermoon. This could be applied by mapping the ionosphere's wave patterns with sensors, predicting energy peaks to schedule celestial observations or rituals, enhancing the flat Earth's connection to cosmic rhythms. Part Integrative synthesis connecting to the broader cosmos. These questions integrate lecture's concepts with a broader toroidal framework, preparing for lecture. Q. How do the mid-level and second toroidal fields pages interact to create a unified celestial display, and what does this suggest about the seven ceilings energy cascade? A. The mid-level field projects constellations and moon phases, while the second field, part of the seven ceilings, projects the moon and sun, with their plasma imprints interacting through shared ethereal currents. The moon's plasma focus in the mid-level field is amplified by the second field's energy cascade, creating a unified display. This suggests the seven ceilings cascade ensures energy flows harmoniously across layers, integrating all celestial phenomena into a cohesive electromagnetic system. Q. How does the moon's semi-transparency and plasma nature pages tie into the broader ethereal dynamics of the cosmos, and what might this imply for other celestial imprints? A. The moon's semi-transparency and plasma nature reflect the ethereal medium's fluidity, modulated by the toroidal field's energy. This implies that other imprints, e.g. sun constellations, may also exhibit transparency or plasma variations depending on their field's energy density. For example, the sun's plasma might show transparency during low energy states, suggesting a universal ethereal dynamic where all celestial phenomena are interconnected energy projections. Q. How might the unified plasma dynamics of daylight and the moon pages influence the energy interactions in the higher ceilings of the seven ceilings to be explored in lecture? Q. The unified plasma dynamics suggests that the ionosphere acts as a conduit for energy across the seven ceilings. The toroidal field's standing wave in the ionosphere may resonate with higher fields, e.g. third ceiling for Mercury-Venus, amplifying their plasma imprints. This could lead to energy feedback loops, where the moon and daylight's plasma emissions influence higher ceilings, creating a cascading effect that unifies the cosmos' electromagnetic structure. Q. How can the toroidal field's energy nodes and frequency modulation from lecture be used to develop a navigation system for the flat Earth, integrating with the cosmic hierarchy in lecture? A. The toroidal field's energy nodes, e.g., constellation nodes, can be mapped to create a navigation grid, using their fixed positions for directional reference. Frequency modulation can predict celestial events, e.g., moon phases, aiding timing. Integrating with the seven ceilings, navigators could use higher fields imprints, e.g., Jupiter's energy vortex, as additional markers, creating a multi-layered navigation system that leverages the cosmos' electromagnetic hierarchy for precise travel on the flat Earth. Celestial narrative synthesis with energy analysis. Task: write a word narrative as a flat Earth astronomer describing the toroidal field's energy sensations as you observe constellations, moon phases including transparency, and daylight. Reference the second ceiling structure page and the moon's plasma nature page, and include a quantitative analysis of the field's energy density at different altitudes, using the Gaussian model to predict the moon's brightness and transparency during a specific phase. Narrative: a night under the ethereal sky. As a flat Earth astronomer, I stand beneath the vast ethereal dome, feeling the toroidal field's energy hum through my being. The night is crisp, and the mid-level toroidal field above me pulses with a rhythmic vibration, its electromagnetic currents weaving a celestial tapestry. I gaze at the constellations, stable ethereal imprints glowing with plasma-like luminescence. Orion's belt shines brightly, its energy nodes concentrated by the field's Gaussian curvature, a steady beacon in the cosmic night. The field's currents oscillating at a frequency of psalms, text, times texts, sustain these imprints, their glow a testament to the field's unwavering harmony. The moon, in its waxing gibbous phase, hangs ethereally in the sky, its plasma focus projected by the second toroidal field, the second ceiling of the seven ceilings hierarchy page. I feel the field's energy intensify as it cascades from the primary field below, amplifying the moon's glow. The moon's semi-transparency page is striking tonight, its edges shimmer, allowing faint ethereal light to seep through, a sign of the field's altitude variations. As a focused electromagnetic plasma phenomenon page, the moon's light is enhanced by photochemical reactions in the ionosphere, its glow a dance of charged particles. To quantify this, I model the toroidal field's energy density using a Gaussian distribution, i.e., nu by where I WMI, text WMI, text WM, is the peak intensity HKMH, text KMH, text KMM, is the altitude of maximum energy full moon, and KM sigma, text KM sigma, text KM, is the field spread. For the waxing gibbous phase, I estimate the moon's altitude at HKMH, text KMH, text KMM, just below the peak, plugging in the values I, E, W, me, E, prox, text W, I-E, times E, approx, text WM. This intensity suggests a bright moon about of its maximum, with moderate transparency due to the plasma's density at this altitude, allowing some ethereal light to pass through. As dawn approaches, the ionosphere at Km begins to glow, a plasma effect driven by the primary toroidal field's currents page. I sense the field's oscillations shift, their frequency aligning with the diurnal cycle, exciting the ethereal medium into a soft, diffuse light. The daylight plasma unifies with the moon's fading glow, both sustained by the ionosphere's interaction page, a harmonious interplay of electromagnetic energy. The second ceiling structure ensures this unity, its energy cascade amplifying the plasma imprints of the moon and sun, illuminating my world in a rhythmic dance of light and shadow. A celestial symphony I'll never tire of observing. TheEccentricGeocentrist.com